right, come on in, everyone. Hello, thank you all so much for being here. For anybody new here, hi, I am Maggie, your substitute teacher. I'd like to welcome you to yet another struggle cooking class where I am not a professional chef, nor am I a professional YouTuber. I am just a mom and a home cooker sharing my love of food on my health and wellness journey with you all. So today we are going to make gravy. I know it seems a little simple, but this could really be a game changer with the holidays approaching. If you like gravy on your rice, your potatoes, your turkey, all of that. I saw a recipe from Cooking at Pam's Place where she makes a gravy with no flour and no cornstarch. So I was like, what? Y'all know we have to try it. Have I ever made this before? No. Has that ever stopped me? No. So we're gonna make it together. I'll go ahead and give you all the punchline. This is a gravy made from onions because apparently onions have like a natural gelatin in them that thickens up when you like saute them and blend them. So that's what we're going to do today. So I'm very excited. We have some leftover brown rice from yesterday. If you all were with me, we made the hemp seed rice. So I ate half. It actually kept me full for quite a while. So I'm going to take that out of the fridge, and that's going to be our bed for the gravy. So if this works out well, y'all, this could be a game changer. So I'm going to take attendance, see who we have in today's struggle cooking class. If you would like to be counted present, feel free to announce yourself. However, if you prefer to watch quietly from the clouds and you know who you are, you're always welcome here. We are the happy, wholesome, family-friendly side of Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. You don't stop. So we'll start with TikTok. All right. Oh gosh, you guys come in hot all the time. We have Tommy, we have Dre, Scott, Sudi, Sherry, Bubs, Tara, Keisha, Paul, Eric, Kendra, Letitia, user, Teresa, Lady, user, Lisa, Divine, user, Margaret. Margaret's my name. Maggie's my childhood nickname. So Margaret, Jane Meek, Aaron, user, the Soul Project channel, Pink Pearls, shout out to the Pearls, Lizabelle, Lee Williams, Melissa. Melissa says hi, hello my dear, Letty, and Isme. Thank you so much for being here, TikTok. All right, who do we have on IG? We have Yes, I'm Jewish. Hello, shout out to you. Let me know what recipes I can create. I love to learn. We got Centennial G. Shout out to Centennial G. You all know Cindy, one of the pillars in this community, such a huge supporter and a man of very wise words. Centennial G says, oh man, I need to see this. Hi, Maggie. Okay, y'all, I'm excited. Y'all know, or if you don't know, gravy is usually made after you cook like a meat that has like brown bits and drippings in the pan, and then you add flour or maybe cornstarch to thicken it up. Then you pour it all everything and sop it up with a biscuit, like we say in the South. I'm in Atlanta. That's what my man says. Okay, I don't say that, but sop it up with a biscuit. So yeah, I'm excited, you guys. We're gonna try and make this gravy. And we have Gino Priestley. Hello, thank you so much for being here. As always, those of you all on TikTok and Instagram, if you want to see the full side-by-side, you can come to teachablemoments.com, where you can find me. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, on all platforms. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter have the side-by-side, okay? I'm going to try and keep you guys in the frame. And then over here, we got Jürgen. Jürgen from Germany says, good evening, everyone. Hello, Jürgen. Thank you so much for being here. Geneva says, hello, Maggie. I'm happy I can watch this early live. Yeah, you also, with a little bit of schedule change, just letting you know, for a limited time, I'm going to be streaming twice a day. So it's going to be like 12 Eastern. So I'm in Atlanta, so I give you guys like a little 1 hour lunchtime lesson, and then I do an evening stream again, usually around 5 if I can make it. So I'm glad you all are here. Turn on your notifications if you like what I'm doing, and I'm glad you can make it too. Centennial G says, you heard that saying in Coming to America as a kid, stop it up as like a biscuit or with a biscuit. Y'all know I don't know, I'm lame. We got Nate Bella Boo. She says, good morning. OMG, I love that dress on you. Thank you. So shout out to Amazon. You got a little tea dress. This is The Condemned calls this the ladybug dress. Thank you for the compliment. I always say I heard Cyndi Lauper say years ago when she's not feeling her best, she dresses her best so that it kind of peps her up. So I am bringing out all of my 1950s dresses. I'm glad you all like them. Amazon, $35. And I just have like a bodysuit underneath because I don't like my arms. I put, it comes with a belt that is the same as the fabric, so a polka dot belt, but I put a patent skinny black belt on it, and I don't know if y'all can see, I have tights on, and then I have some patent leather flats and a little decoration on the back. So I love to represent you all well and represent myself well. So thank you kindly for the compliment. Okay. So we're gonna clean the counters. I'm gonna wash my hands, get my uniform on, and we're gonna get started. But y'all, I messed up. Who knows what I was making yesterday? In addition to the rice, we started something else. Y'all can put it in the chat if anybody remembers. We always start with clean counters because y'all know I love a kitchen snack. When stuff falls over, we don't waste groceries over here, Team Greedy. Oh, goodness. Okay. All right, let me clean my hands. Hello, everyone. All right, let me get my uniform on while this dries off. All right, shout out to the Maggie merch. Y'all know we have aprons, all kind of stuff. Link is in the description, various sizes and various colors. You can customize them for free. They're about $20. I'm wearing the, I think this is the, let's see. Yeah, this is the long. So I'll show you all. Kid sizes, standard sizes, and the long is like, you know, a little bit above the knee length. And it has pockets, all right? Thank you, Yergin. I need to make sure you're a moderator. Let me know if you're not. Thank you all for liking the live stream. I appreciate when you all come in. This is really just me cooking what I'm gonna eat. I didn't think anybody would care. All right, so I don't know if you all remember yesterday we were making pork loin. It was supposed to be this pulled pork barbecue. Oh, shout out to Sinji. I got this off of Food Network. I know it's backwards for you. Root beer pulled pork sandwich. All right. So we did step one yesterday. Yes, we are going to do gravy, but y'all, so we put this in the slow cooker yesterday. It was supposed to be an 8-hour slow cook. It was literally just the pork loin, Dr. Pepper, no, root beer. I always get that confused. Root beer and liquid smoke. And then we were supposed to cook it for 8 hours. And we did it at noon yesterday, which means it would have been ready at 8 p.m. Well, Lucy and I went live at 8 p.m. And I totally forgot about the pork loin. So it continued to cook overnight. And then I woke up this morning and I was like, oh my gosh, the pork loin. So I ran down here and I turned off the slow cooker. It was on low. Hello, Auntie Jenny. So good to see you. So it was on low, but I want to know what you all think. Do you think our pork loin is okay having cooked well over 8 hours? Or not? I'm going to get it out of the slow cooker and we're going to see if we can shred it here. And let me know what you all think. If you don't know who Lucy is, Lucy and I have founded the Finishing School for the Modern Woman. Classes in session, so you can add your name to the wait list if you know any ladies who are interested in refining their elegance, etiquette, or femininity. We love to teach, and we've got a lot of good stuff coming up. We do a free Q&A every Wednesday night. You can catch the replay from last night. But I want to know what you think, especially I want to know what Sinji says about my pork loin. Hello, Sharmar. All right, y'all. So I'm going to bring over the slow cooker. I'm nervous. It's still warm. So I'm thinking it just cooked a little bit longer. And I'm not going to do the whole thing, but I like to do everything live for you all. This was a pork loin. It smells, ooh, it smells good. Hello, Omari from Ghana, Akwaba. Yes, I am Ama Ohenewa. So that's my Ghanaian name. Born in Ghana, raised here. All right, so I don't know if you all could see the pork loin is kind of cooking. We use the little liners here. I'm just gonna get a couple forks and see if I can shred it. I'm not gonna do the whole thing. And then if you all think it's good, that it cooked all night, I'll taste it. Hello, Bonnie. Thank you so much for being here. So you're supposed to cook this root beer pulled pork and then you shred it. And then you kind of put it in barbecue sauce. I'm not going to do the whole thing here. Maybe I'll make a video. But can you all see? All right. I'm going to give it a try just to taste it and see how this is. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And I don't like barbecue. That's good. Ooh, got a little kick to it. All right, so I'm going to shred it. And I'm just going to tell y'all what I'm going to do, but we're going to let it be. If you can eat bread, then you can make a barbecue sandwich. This is what I'm going to use, the G. Hughes sugar-free barbecue sweet and spicy. So I'm going to shred it all. I'm going to put this in a little dipping cup and taste it for research purposes. And then I'll put it back. And this would be a great lean protein you could have for your sandwiches. I won't be doing bread, but you could top it on a salad. You could do it in a wrap, however you like your barbecue. All right, so let's go in here with another little greedy taste. Could sop up some of that barbecue sauce. Sugar-free. Okay, that's a big bite. Auntie Jenny says, small bites on screen, big bites off screen. Yeah, I'm so greedy. Hold on. I almost choked. Make her say, Tracy, we're going to make gravy today, but I had some pulled pork in the slow cooker. Okay, y'all, see, I haven't eaten yet today. You know how you take that first bite and then your appetite starts? So I'll finish this root beer pulled pork sandwich. So you can use diet root beer. Oh my gosh. All right, y'all. So let's get started on this gravy. I am so excited. I'm gonna eat the whole thing. All right, who else do we have coming in? We got Michael Wendy. Thank you so much for being here. She says, hey, hello, Maggie. Hello, my dear. We got Angela Shaw. Good to see you again, my dear. Y'all got jumping around like a crazy person. She says, hello, everyone, laughing at me. Sabrina says, hello, Maggie. Hello, scholars. Hello, sweetheart. Christina says, hi, love the red. Thank you. Shout out to the red. I'm glad you all like it. I always like to give you all my best. All right. Paris says, sending blessings your way. Continue to let that light shine. Thank you. Tracy says, I never made the cookie brownies. I didn't. Did you inbox me a recipe or did you just want me to come up with some cookie brownies? I feel like I got a little piece of hair probably jumping around like a crazy person. So no, I haven't made cookie brownies in a while. When you guys send me recipes, I love it when you spam me with recipes. However, it depends on if I have the ingredients or if I have to place an order. So if there's a specific recipe, inbox it to me. But the good news is I'm here every day and I'll try and fit it in. Oh, you want me to make them and send them to you? Did you fill out the form? We do have Maggie Mail. You all can go to teachablemomentswithmaggie.com, fill out the form and let me know what you want. I'll make them live on stream and then I will happily ship them to you. You can just take care of the shipping, but I'll get all the ingredients and make them as a stream. All right, so that's Maggie Mail. Absolutely. Hello, Bombo class. All right, let's get started on the gravy. That's all we're making today. All right. So let's go to YouTube. So this recipe, and I did put the link in the description. This comes from Cooking at Pam's Place. I love Miss Pam. She and I were both in the favorite chef competition. She made it to the semifinals. I made it to the quarterfinals. Hello, D-Ray. And she's a home cooker. Excuse me. And she's got lots of recipes. We did her bread baking recipe. We did her fried chicken recipe. So I get so much inspiration. I get inspiration from everywhere. So this is the one we're gonna do. Look at Maggie jumping around like a crazy person. I don't use any flour or cornstarch to make my gravy anymore. So when I saw that, I was like, shut the front door. Oh my goodness. Tracy says you're the best. Thank you, sweetheart. So that's what we're going to follow along, okay? Angela says, you're always laughing with me. Y'all know I cut up in here. Sabrina says, I'm new to pork loin. You purchased one recently and cooked it in. Y'all, I think I tore my apron. Oh, Lord. Jumping around. So, you know those cooking shows where everything is perfect? This is not that. Sorry, I'll have to fix it. You purchased one recently and cooked it in the croton. I'm not sure what that is, but it sounds amazing, for 4 hours. Delicious and cost effective. In the essence, the sauce of the pork loin, you added rice. Very good. Yes, absolutely. Shout out to the rice. If you can have rice. Yesterday, we made a rice substitute. If you're familiar with something like a couscous, we used hemp seeds with mushroom and almond, and it was excellent. So I made this yesterday. We ate half. Okay, I ate half. So this is what I'm hoping to put the gravy on today. All right. The African Wolf says, Feliz Jueves. Yes, happy Thursday to you, sir. Oh, you put it in the crock pot, not a crouton. I know, I understand. Okay, so I'm gonna play Miss Pam's video, and we need a cast iron skillet, but we need onions. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and start getting the onions ready. So you all can listen to Miss Pam, and I'll be, let me go back. I watched it multiple times. So I'll be pausing it as we go.
Ooh, look at this nice, rich, dark brown gravy. Okay, so you will need onions, okay? I'm using 4 large yellow onions.
Okay, so Miss Pam is using 4 large yellow onions. I have 1. I mean, I have more than 1, but I'm cooking for just me. So I am going to pare this down, and you all can do that with any recipe, all right? What I do is I look at the ingredient that I have the least of, and then I, scale up or scale down accordingly. So she says in the video she's making lots of gravy to freeze and reheat later. I just want to make a portion for me that will cook pretty quickly. And then if this works out great, you all, then we can definitely do this again. Thank you for the roses, Winnie. I appreciate you. Thank you for the roses, sweetheart. Christina says a stuffed pork loin with apple cornbread stuffing is to die for. So delicious. Oh my gosh, y'all. It is fall where I live. It's time for all that savory stuff. If you eat pork, a lot of people don't. You could do that with chicken breast. You could do that with chuck roast. But pork loin is supposed to be, very lean and, a good source of protein. All right, so she is going to slice her onions into rings. So I'm going to let the video play, and I'm going to slice my onions. I'll give you all the little onion hack as well. If you cry when you're cutting onions, I saw this on one of the computer devices, that the fumes in the onions are actually looking for the closest water source to pull from. That's why it makes you cry, gets the tears from your eyes. So the hack is you put a little container of water next to where you're cooking your onions, and that way you don't cry because the fumes go into the water bowl, okay? So I'm going to let this play, get a water bowl, and start slicing.
Do not use sweet onions. I don't like to use the white ones either because they tend to be on the sweeter side as well. But the yellow onions, they're absolutely perfect for this dish. But before we get started, if you are new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me today here in my kitchen. Please take a second and subscribe to the channel.
All right, yes, y'all, please check out Miss Pam. She is cooking at Pam's Place. She's on Facebook. She's on YouTube. She's probably everywhere under the same name. So I have just a little condiment cup with some tap water, and we'll just put it here. The other little gadget I have, no, this is not an Afro pick. This is actually a Pampered Chef little slice guide. If you're really good with slicing equal rings, by hand, that's fine. I'm not a professional, y'all. I'm just a home cooker, because that's what the boys used to call me when they were little. Mommy, you're a good cooker, just like Nana. So that's why I call myself a home cooker. Auntie Jenny was talking about that. So you can use this to slice tomato, to slice onion. Literally what we're going to do is put it into the vegetable, and then your knife goes through each one and down so you have equal slices. It's not the end of the world. Y'all know how I am with these kitchen gadgets, but it is nice when if you're doing a burger or tomato or something where you want the slices to be equal, that's nice. All right. The African wolf says that's great to know because I use onions a lot. I love onions and we're going to saute them. So if you don't like onions, today is not your day. I know we have scholars in here with y'all's preferences. Some of y'all like whatever you like. I say have it your way, Burger King. We're just going to try this together. Okay. So we got this. This just says fresh onion. I guess this is a yellow one. She says don't use the sweet onions for the gravy recipe. All right. So I'm going to start cutting.
If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your loyal support to my channel members. Thank you so much for your loyal, faithful support as well. Okay, we need to get these sliced. You can slice them with a knife, you can slice them with a slicer, whatever you want. They don't have to be a certain size. The thinner they are.
All right, so just so everybody knows what I'm doing, just trying to sharpen my knife. If you have, I don't know what this is called. Maybe it's called a knife sharpener. I'm sure there's a name for it, but just make sure you keep your fingers below the handle here. You don't want to hold it up here because you don't want to do this. So keep your fingers protected. Start at the bottom and then you drag it across. And I just wipe it off in case there's any little shards of metal. All right, that's all I was doing. Let's get slicing.
The faster they will be able to cook. So I'm going to go ahead and get these sliced, and then we'll be back. And along with these onions, you will need 2 or 3, depending on the size, 2 or 3 cloves of garlic.
Okay, so I'm going to stop at that point because with the magic of television or YouTube, she's already sliced. Y'all know I'm slow. I do everything for y'all to see. I don't prep anything in advance. My mom told me I should. I don't know. I set up everything and break it down every time. And I know we have different people at different cooking levels watching. So I don't know, y'all. I always used to try stuff. I'm like, why didn't mine turn out that way? So I just do everything for you all to see. So I appreciate your patience with me. All right, so we just peeled off the outer layers of the onion, and then we're going to get this sliced up. And I'm just doing 1, so I'm doing like a quarter of what she's doing. She's doing 4, because apparently this gravy will keep well, you can freeze well, and reuse it. Christina says, I want a Mexican dish to do in the air fryer. Mexican pizza, tostadas, tortillas, sopapillas. We've even made taco shells. So many different things. Latin cuisine is probably my favorite. I know some of y'all don't like cilantro, but I love it. All right. So I'm just going to go in here and kind of put this down kind of halfway. And then I'm just going to go in and slice down. Let's do it this way. Ooh, as I knock the water over, y'all, you see everything over here. And I use this with the boys. I've taught both boys how to cook, but I use this too to help them, get comfortable with the knife. Again, since we're doing this for for gravy, it doesn't have to be perfect, but just showing you all when you're learning different things you can do to help. And if you want it thicker, you could do every other one. All right. So we need onion rings for this recipe. So I'm just kind of separating them. Onions will kind of naturally fall apart into the onion rings. So I knocked over my water, but notice we got a little bit on the counter. I'll clean that up. But like I always tell you, the cutting board has 2 sides for a reason. This side that has the groove, get into the groove. Anyway, sorry, I have outbursts. Anyway, this side that has the groove is for when you're cutting anything with liquid. lemon, tomato, even raw chicken, so that if it leaks, it won't leak directly onto your counter, okay? It will actually kind of pool in that little river. And then the other side of it is for, something that's dry that's not gonna leak. All right, so let's get this separated. And you can see how many little rings we're getting just from one onion. And then I'll grab the garlic as well. And I'm handling this, but I'm not crying. Usually I would be teared up everywhere. All right, so just handle your onion close to a little thing of water. Little hacks we can all learn and share with each other. And we're separating this into rings because we want to saute them down. I think sauteed onions would be great on a burger, on a steak, sauteed mushroom and onions. So we just want them to cook faster. So the more we expose that surface area, shout out to STEM, shout out to science, then they'll cook faster. All right. So almost done here. And then the garlic that we're going to use, it's 3 cloves of garlic, but we don't have to cut that. Let me cut off this little edge here. Okay, so this is done. All right, so let me toss this and clean up my mess. I got a little bit of water here. All right. Let me grab 3 cloves of garlic. Y'all, my garlic is looking kind of janky, but it's what I got.
Sliced up. Now I like to go in and just kind of separate the rings. It's going to make it easier. The first thing we're going to do is caramelize these onions. And caramelization, when you're caramelizing onions, can take quite a while, but I have a little trick I'll show you that'll speed up the process.
Okay, we're here for the kitchen tricks.
About this particular recipe.
All right, so I've got some fresh garlic here. I'm gonna see how these cloves are looking. We only need a couple. Let me close my rice so I don't get any little flakes in there. That's what we're gonna serve our gravy on. So I'm just peeling off the outer skin. This is looking kind of janky, but we want the smooth garlic clove. Obviously, this is not the freshest. This one's bad. Let's see if we have a good one here. All right, let me go get another one. I think she says 2 to 3 cloves of garlic. And I also have the jar. So if you don't have fresh, another substitute. You could use the whole garlic cloves if you don't have fresh. I know we have people all over. You may not have opportunity to get fresh produce, or in your soups and stews, garlic paste. You can also get this in the produce aisle and squeeze that in, okay? But I like to give you all the best. Shout out to science. Y'all know how I am. There's reasons for all this stuff. I don't know why. I just like to eat, okay? That's why I'm here. All right, let me see if I can get some more garlic.
Is that you can caramelize your onions in advance and you can freeze them. That way, when you get ready to make this gravy, your caramelization part will already be done, because that's what takes the most time. Now,
Okay, I didn't know that. I have, Mom is big on, y'all, I'm sorry, these, I'm trying to find the ones that are still good. I just hate to waste. So if all of your produce looks perfect, I don't know what to say, but I just want to see what I can salvage here. Waste not, want not, right? So we got 2. Yeah, this is all bad. Okay, so at least we used up what we could. I got 2 okay cloves of garlic. Mom is big on meal prep. My mom, one of the things she used to do, working and being in school and all of that, I'm just cutting off the tips here. She would use, like, Sunday was a big cooking day. And this is what I tell, like, new moms or women or anybody who's, learning to cook, and maybe you don't want to cook fresh every day. I enjoy it, but, it's not for everybody. You can cook like, have a big day of batch cooking. Hello, love the king. And, Mom would make like 2 or 3 proteins, like a ground beef and then a chicken. And then you would use them in variety ways during the week. If you're making your nachos or if you're making spaghetti, you could just portion it out. So I love what she said about freezing your caramelized onions. We would do something like this and just have the onions fresh and frozen to thaw out, but you can actually caramelize them. Okay, so 1 onion and 2 cloves of garlic for me. LG says, what are you cooking? We're making gravy today.
Garden. Don't forget to save the bottoms of your onions. These will be going in my garden so that I can grow some more onions. All you need to do, take them out there, get you a pot, and just stick them in the dirt. That's a whole other conversation.
I know Auntie Jenny's been telling me about gardening. Y'all, I'm not there yet.
Okay, and for the cloves, you don't need to cut those up, just smash them. All you need to do is just take them, take the back of your knife and smash them. And that's good enough. We're not going to put the garlic in until we're good to go on our onions. So, a heavy skillet is the best type of skillet to use for this particular recipe. So, I am going to use my cast iron skillet.
Okay.
A few more ingredients that will be going in here as we make our gravy, and I'll get to those as we go along. So now I'm going to take my cutting board and we are going to head to the stove.
I don't know if this one will work. I have 2 cast iron. This one's a little shallow. Okay, we need the bigger one.
Low heat.
1 second. Uh-oh. Pulled it out too far, now it's off alignment. Let me get my other cast iron. The big one is down here. No, honestly, I need the big one. Whew. Shout out to the Lodge cast iron. This one is it's a set. Actually, the 2 of them, y'all can see. Okay, I'm not strong, but this is actually kind of a top. You can put it on top and make like a Dutch oven if you wanted to cook like that. Y'all, Maggie's like memory foam. Okay, I don't have muscles like that. But we've got the shallow skillet that you can use, or for this, since we've got these onions, I'm going to use the one that's a little bit deeper. All right, keep it nice and seasoned. We talk about that. Let me just give it a little wipe. All right, it's a lot lifting all that. Okay, let's listen. I heard she said we need chicken broth, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that as we brown the onions, as we caramelize them. I don't have actual chicken broth, so yesterday we made our own chicken broth with hot water and chicken bouillon. So I'm gonna be doing that again while these are browning. So let's go ahead and continue.
Because caramelization of onions occurs when you cook them low and slow. You will need some oil. I'm using my favorite Strength Genesis macadamia nut oil. You can use olive oil. We're going to put a couple of tablespoons of oil in the bottom of our skillet. That's all you'll need.
Olive oil and 2 tablespoons.
And then we're going to go ahead and add in our onions. You can add them all in because they will cook down. And that's exactly what you want.
All right, so 2 tablespoons.
Once they start to cook down, I will show you how to speed up the process. Now, you do not have to have.
All right, so we're gonna let this get hot. Let me make sure everybody can see. All right, we're done. I'm gonna move the water because we're done with the slicing. Got my oven out of alignment. That's bothering me, but we'll be all right. I'll fix it after. Okay, so we put some oil on here, and I'm gonna do, I'll do medium high to start, and then I'll turn it down because the cooktop gets hot quickly. All right, so everybody can see. And we want the oil to get a little bit hot so when we put our onions in there, they don't like soak up the oil. We want them to kind of like slide on the oil. All right, who do we have here? Case, thank you for being here. And Billions, thank you all so much for being here. LG says, sounds delicious. Yes, I'm very excited. This recipe is supposed to be no flour and no cornstarch. So I'm very excited about that. All right. I think I donated, I had some little handles, pot holders. Just be careful with cast iron because it holds on to heat really, really well. So I'm just going, I can see the oil is getting hot because it's starting to kind of glide on its own. So we'll keep the handle this way. Let's go ahead and put our onions down. Got me. Careful. I'm going to turn it down. I'm gonna get this splatter guard too, just so it doesn't keep popping me. Okay, so you can get these splatter guards. I got a little set of 3, small, medium, and large, so the grease doesn't pop you because I'm literally standing over it. Hello, I am. Oh my gosh, y'all, this is and Berserk, if I said that right. Jurgen says I always cook by watching it, right? All right, so let me get in here and move these onions around, and I'm gonna see if I'm supposed to put the garlic in right away. So they will kind of steam down. Y'all can see they're starting to brown already. As we get that water out, that water and the oil is what's making it pop. But vegetables have a lot of water in them, so there's really no way to avoid. So you all can see they're softening and they're starting to get a little bit brown already. So let's see if I put the garlic in right now.
All these onions, but I am cooking quite a bit of gravy. I'm going to freeze some of it. As we are caramelizing these onions, if you want to caramelize quite a few, your actual caramelized onions freeze really, really well. You can freeze them for up to 6 months. So feel free to do this in advance, especially coming up on the holiday time. So we're going to just let these start cooking, and as they cook down, we'll be back.
All right, so we need to get ours to soften up. I don't think she put the garlic in yet.
Okay, so as you all just saw, the color is starting to come in on our caramelization. So to speed up the process, we're going to use just a tad bit of baking soda. And when I mean a tad bit, because you only need a fourth of a teaspoon for an entire pound. So you just put a pinch of baking soda sprinkled all over. So why does the baking soda?
All right, y'all. I'm going to get the baking soda. I didn't see her put the garlic in, but I'm going to go ahead and put the garlic in here with these onions. Hopefully I'm not messing it up, but I feel like it should cook with the onions, all right? And then we're going to put the baking soda in. I'm going to let her explain why that helps. But you all can see these are starting to look really nice. I'll show you. All right. So our onions are starting to do their thing. I'm going to let them soften in there with the garlic. We haven't salted them yet. I feel like I should salt them too, but let me get the baking soda and wait. Hello, Amor.
To speed up the process because it changes the pH. And the amino acids, along with the reducing of the sugar, causes your onions to brown faster. It will not change the texture. It will not change the taste. So I'm just going to grab a little bit in here and sprinkle it right over my onions. Just a little bit. This is like a fourth of a teaspoon, so you can see how much I have in there. Okay, so just sprinkle it all over and give it another stir.
Okay, so I have some baking soda. This is what I do in my pantry so this stuff doesn't spill and make a big mess. Thank you. Rossi says it looks good. Thank you, sweetheart. I'm just turning the temperature down because as I'm, doing stuff, I don't want it to get too dark. Now, I like a dark onion. Pat Hall says, I can almost smell those onions. I love onions, y'all. And you could cook a whole batch of this. And again, this was just one onion that we sliced up. Thank you, Rossi. Oh, Rossi! Y'all, check out Cooking Cousins. Y'all, please check out Cooking Cousins with 2 Ks. Cooking with a K and Cousins with a K. She's on all platforms. We met in the Cooking with Aisha space. She also is a home cook and has her own channel. So y'all please check her out and support. Okay, so we've got the baking soda and I have a 1/4 teaspoon. That's what she says. So just like a pinch. And I probably don't even need that much because She used 4 onions and I used 1. All right. So put some baking soda in there and give it a stir is what Miss Pam said. So let's do that. And then turn it back up. If you ever have to step away or you need to do something else, like turn the temperature down, all right? Don't just set it and forget it. So it's coming along nicely and it's browning. I'll bring it up so you all can see. It's coming along. Hello, Carolyn. All right, so let's keep going. We haven't salted them yet. That's what I want to do, but I'm trying to be patient, y'all.
It's all well combined. Now, as they continue to caramelize, we're going to go in with our 3 cloves of garlic. I'm using 3. You can use 1, 2, or 3, depending on your taste. You can also leave it out.
Oops. Okay, well, we already had the garlic in there. I was just...
At this point, the color is coming in, so you want to start kind of watching them to make sure they don't overly caramelize, but you can caramelize them to your liking. If you want them very light, you can stop at any point. If you want a darker caramelization, just keep on stirring them and paying attention to them at this point until they become the exact color that you want your caramelization to be on your onions.
I think we're good. What do y'all think?
I like mine just a little bit darker, so I'm going to keep cooking mine.
Hello, Juan, and hello, Mary.
Okay, so these have caramelized enough for me. Now leave your stove on and remove your onions from the skillet.
Okay, so let me get a bowl and we're gonna take the onions out. I think they look good. Y'all, I wanna taste one. My mom says taste as you go. We didn't put any salt in there and that's like really bothering me, but I'm gonna taste just one little onion. I want some salt so bad, but it's good. Y'all, that baking soda really did the trick. So that's a good little tip for making your onions caramelize faster. So I've turned this out. Let me get a container to put those onions in. All right. All they need is some salt, if you ask me. I'm gonna go ahead and salt it. I can't take it anymore. I'm gonna salt them just a little bit. And I'm gonna do some garlic salt. I'm gonna do some garlic salt and then I'll just stir it and then take them out. Where are you, garlic salt? Y'all, I got stuff everywhere. There it is. Got so many. All right, I'm just gonna put a little bit of garlic salt on them because I want some flavor in there. And then we'll just give it a nice little stir. Just sprinkle it a little bit like you want it to snow. And then we're gonna give those a nice little stir. All right. So, and I'll give it one more taste. Oh, I think that looks beautiful. Bring on the steak, bring on the burgers. What do you all like caramelized onion on? You could do it in a, let me get a spoon, an omelet, anything. I think onions are great. And again, if you all are just hopping in, we're making a gravy recipe with no flour and no cornstarch. According to Ms. Pam, onions have a natural gelatin. So when we blend them up, they're going to give us a gravy consistency. Oh, yeah. Okay, focus, Maggie. Let's get the onions out. Oh, yeah. I know. Miss Rossi says yes. Yes, y'all. And she said if you don't like your onions this dark, you can take them out sooner. But that little pinch of baking soda, they taste just like caramelized onions, but something about it made them brown faster. So I've learned that today. Throw some mushrooms in there. Y'all know we're greedy. You hear me scraping up the side of this. Get in there. Okay. I'm so greedy. All right, so we have our caramelized onions. Jurgen is here with his plate already. We don't even have the food yet, okay? So let's just set that right here and then follow along. What's next? This is our rice recipe from yesterday, our wild rice that we made from hemp seeds. So that's what we're gonna put the gravy on. Okay, now, shucks, I was supposed to get the chicken broth. Hold up. All right. We're going to put some broth in here to scoop all this up. I have to make it, though.
See that? Nice and caramelized. That's what we want. Now, we are going to actually deglaze our skillet with some chicken broth. You can use chicken broth, beef broth, or vegetable broth. Don't use any of those. You can just use water. It all works. It all works. Okay, I am using chicken broth. But feel free to use water, vegetable broth, or beef broth.
Okay, so here's my janky insertion. I know you can use water, but I'm not going to use water. Let me put this in the Keurig to heat it up. All right. Sorry, I don't multitask well. So she said you could use chicken broth and beef broth. I'm gonna make my own chicken broth. Hello, T. Timmons. Just using chicken bouillon and water, hot water. We made some yesterday. Hello, Carolyn. All right. All right. So this came in the giveaway box and I learned my lesson. So this is some chicken bouillon. This one is 0 salt. So what was it? A teaspoon of this with a cup of hot water makes a cup of chicken broth. So that's how I'm going to make. Just got to stir it up. You could also use, of course, if you have the pourable one, if you have the little cubes, you can make your own chicken broth. Or if you have kids that eat ramen like mine and you have those ramen packs all over the place, you can also make your own broth or soups. I do that a lot sometimes if I just want a good soup without like eating too many calories. All right. So as soon as I get my hot water, let me go ahead and get this ready. I think for one onion, I think all I need is 1 cup. So I've got 1 cup of water coming out and we need 1 teaspoon. So let me get a teaspoon. Where did I put them? So you see, I've turned off the stove, especially if you're new to cooking. Don't be afraid to like pause if you need to get yourself together. If you've lost stuff like I have, then come back to it. All right, so I found my teaspoon measure. So as soon as we have our water, we're ready to go. So I'm very excited. So just telling you all what's gonna happen. We're going to put the chicken broth in here. Then I think we're gonna add the onions and garlic back in here. No, I think we're just gonna blend. All right, let's pay attention to Miss Pam because obviously I'm learning with y'all.
So I'm just going to go in here and be careful when you pour it in.
I'm going to turn this back on.
Now I'm going to turn the skillet up and just bring it to a boil for about 1 or 2 minutes.
Okay.
You just want to scrape the bottom and get all that good stuff off the bottom, all the bits and things.
So you all can see we have, I don't really have a lot of bits, but there's still some good flavor in the bottom of that pot. And we want that. That's what the chicken broth is going to help us sop up, okay? All right, so while that's coming back to life, I got a cup of hot water. I'm making my own janky chicken broth.
Okay, right. After it's boiled for...
Hold on, Miss Pam, I'm slow. All right, going in with a teaspoon of bouillon. And this is no salt, y'all, so you're going to need to salt it. Putting that in there. And then we'll just stir it up. And I'll put... Oh, yeah, my pot is getting hot. I'm just going to stir. Woo! I can smell it sizzling. Where's my garlic salt? Woo! Hot, hot, hot. All right. Let me just go ahead and... Careful. Hot pan, hot liquid. Okay. Then I'm just going to add some more garlic salt because that was a salt-free chicken broth. Usually chicken broth has sodium in it. On my plan, I don't have to worry about salt. I do have to worry about sugar. So she said, stir it around, scrape up the sides, get all that goodness up, and let it boil for 1 minute. So I am going to taste it and just make sure it tastes like oniony chicken broth. Shout out to Team Savory. Today is your day. We'll have to do those brownie cookies for Team Sweet later. All right, so it's boiling. Let's give it a taste. Lava hot. Yeah, tastes like chicken broth. Could probably have just a little bit more salt. For me, I'm okay with it, but if you like it less salty, there's lots of low sodium options. Okay, so this is boiling for a moment. Let me start cleaning everything up because we're gonna move this, the cooktop, and we're gonna get a blender. And we're gonna put our onions and our broth in a blender. Oh, Flamingo loves the dress. Thank you. Amazon, if y'all want me to drop the link, it's $35. I think I have it on my wish list if y'all like me to get other varieties. So she says, pour this in another pot so that it's easy to handle because this is hot liquid. I'll use the measuring cup. And then we're gonna put the onions and this in the blender, and that's supposed to be our magical gravy. So I think we're good. I think we've gone about a minute. Let me just move. We're done with this. Whoops. We're done with this. Unplug the cooktop. Let's just give it one more stir. So it's really cleaned up the pan. All those oniony bits that we sauteed, get that all up off of there with whatever broth of your choice. Okay. So then I am going to carefully, she's using a pot. I probably should, but I still have this little measuring cup. I'm going to carefully pour the liquid in here just so I can transfer it into the blender easily with a handle and a spout, okay? Because the cast iron is not really great for pouring, but I'm gonna try and do it carefully here. It's tipping over, y'all. All right. So you see we got our cast iron nice and clean. I will season and clean this later. All right. Whew, never with soap. We're just gonna scrape it well, hot water, grease it up. We've talked about that many times. All right, so let's move our cooktop. We're gonna replace with the blender.
1 or 2 minutes. Then you want to grab another pot because this is very hot liquid. So you don't want to put it in anything that may crack. We're gonna pour this into our pan. So for the chicken broth that you saw me use, I actually used low sodium bouillon.
She made her own.
I'm not adding more
Hello,
salt
Marina. She
because
says the
I
gravy
use
sounds
this
magical.
salty tonight. I will be adding some pepper.
Pepper.
These are caramelized onions. This is the broth. I am also going to be using, you can use Kitchen Bouquet or Gravy Master. If you don't want to use,
I bought the
Kitchen
Gravy
Bouquet
Master.
or
Let me
Gravy
grab
Master,
that.
you can use liquid aminos. Okay, so that's your option for using those.
I'll show you liquid
I'm gonna set
aminos.
my blender up, which is right here. Get it plugged up, and we'll be right back. Okay, one more thing before I get started here. For those who don't know what the Kitchen Bouquet is or the Gravy Master.
So she's going to explain it. Y'all can hear her, but I just like to give you all substitutes. So this is just going to add some color to the gravy since this is an onion gravy. I bought the Gravy Master. She says you can also use coconut aminos. You all have seen me use this as a soy sauce substitute for the boys because we don't want to give soy to the boys. But I'm going to use the Flavor Master. All right.
It's just a browning and seasoning for gravies, any gravies. Gravies made with flour or on top of the stove or however. That's what that's for. So we're going to first add in our onions to our blender. Be careful adding everything in because, again, it's hot.
All right, so let's put the onions in the blender. And I'm using the Ninja food processor.
Now, as for your liquid, you want to add it in a little bit at a time until it's the thickness and consistency that you want. That's
Okay.
going to be different for.
One moment. Mom says clean as you go. Let me just rinse. Okay, so we have a cup of chicken broth here that we made, and you all saw she made her own chicken broth. So that's a great little hack. You all can buy the bouillon cubes. I just want to get in this Gravy Master. You all can buy the bouillon cubes and then add your own liquid and make chicken broth for whatever soups or whatnot that you're going to use. All right, so we have this ready. We got our onions in. So she says as much liquid as you want. So this was just one onion for me. So I'm going to do like I don't know, y'all team thick or y'all team thin for gravy. All right, shout out to the gravy. Hello, 242, Cool Roy, Forward Thinker, EG. Thank you all for being here. So I'm gonna pour like half a cup, one onion and half a cup. So we'll blend this and see what we think about the thickness. But do you all like a thick, like chunky, soupy gravy or more like a thin drizzle gravy?
Everybody. Some people like a really, really thick, rich gravy. Some people like a very thin gravy. So add a little bit in because you can't take it out. The only thing you can do is if you add too much liquid in here and you have more onions already caramelized, you can add more onions in, okay? So I'm just gonna add a little bit of the liquid. And you always want to reserve some as well because just in case you do blend it up and it's too thick, you'll have a little bit more to add in there. I'm going to add in some black pepper. Again, this is to your taste. If you want your gravy, if you don't mind your gravy being this color and a lighter color,
I like pepper.
You don't have to use the browning seasoning or the kitchen bouquet. If you want a dark brown gravy, then you'll need to add
I'm gonna do the
something
white
to it.
pepper.
So I'm gonna add a little kitchen bouquet in here.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna add the gravy master.
Grab a towel and we're gonna blend her up.
All right, I'll just do like a capful. I think it's brown enough for me, so this would be optional for me. All right, y'all. So if you're listening on your earpiece now, it's the time to get ready to mute. I'll put like a
Okay, guys, we are
half.
all done with our no flour, no cornstarch, dark brown, rich and thick bread.
Okay, I'm excited. Okay, focus, Maggie. All right, so onions, chicken broth, pepper, and then optional gravy master. All right, I'm going to blend. Cover your ears. All right, so let's see what we have here. I'm gonna give it a taste. Ooh, I think this is a little thick, y'all. I like it thick, but I think I need some more chicken broth. All right, and then I'll whip it up one more time. It doesn't have to be like super silky smooth for me. I don't mind a little, is it giblet gravy or giblet gravy? Hello, Adams in Cedar Hill, Tennessee. Shout out to the South. All right, let's see if that smoothed it out a little bit. Okay, Marina says you want thick, but not too thick. Geneva says you like thick gravy. All right, y'all, I think we have kind of a thick, chunky gravy. I'm gonna give it a taste and I'm gonna go ahead and microwave our leftover rice from yesterday. Rice, baby. Our hemp seeds rice. And then I'm gonna put this on a plate so we can pour the gravy over it. All right, so this is what we made yesterday with mushrooms and almonds. So just 30 seconds in the microwave. All right, let me get a tasting spoon, see what we think of our gravy, because we are just about done. If you want it thinner than this, you can do, I would like it a little bit smoother than this, but I'm gonna go ahead and, let's see. Oh, it's good. Oh, it's really good. Ooh, I want a little bit more salt. Where's my garlic salt? It's very garlicky. So if you don't like garlic, I would do 1 clove instead of 2, and I'm using garlic salt. So you could probably, let me just do regular salt. But I think it's good. I'm gonna put just a little bit more liquid in there and one last time, and we're gonna call it. We'll plate the rice, pour the gravy on there, put a little parsley on, and give it a taste. And this is our Cooking at Pam's Place gravy. All right. It's giblet gravy or giblet. I don't know. How do you say it? Hello, Raven. Hello, Samuel. All right, y'all. I think we're good. But you all see what the, oh yeah, this looks good to me. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. All right. So I'll go ahead and take the blades out. And let's put the rice on a plate like we did yesterday. We ate it plain. Let's get a plate, small plate. Little optical illusion. Oh, sorry, that's loud. For portion control. All right. So we have our, and I'll clean everything up so we can take a picture. Sorry, that's loud, y'all. All right, so we have our rice. Let's go ahead and put that here. It was so good on its own yesterday. So these are the hemp seeds. If you're doing a, to-go plate, you can leave it in the container. Whew, it's hot in my hand. And I'm just going to put it in here and then make a little well. This could be mashed potato. I'm trying to come up with something that, you could enjoy your holidays. Again, sugar-free, dairy-free, and gluten-free. You could have your turkey or ham if you eat ham, or brisket or salmon. Everybody celebrates differently. And you could have this as a side dish. All right. Yes, I licked the spoon. All right. Let me move this for our pictures. Let me grab our little garnish of parsley. I don't know if I should put my parsley on before or after the gravy. All right. So let's put a little bit and then on the plate as well, like we did yesterday. Just kind of put that on the sides. You want that pop of color because that gravy is going to go in the middle, and we don't want our parsley to be all covered up. All right, so a little food styling. All right, let's move all of this for our picture. All right, so we're going to pour Miss Pam's gravy. I'm so excited. Hello, everybody coming in. All right. Okay, let's make sure the top is on well, y'all. That's the last thing I need is for this thing to, let me just take this off, because if it just splattered everywhere. All right, let's see if I can pour. Let's do a little drizzle outside the plate. All right, and then I'm going to put a little bit of parsley on that. And then we're going to get in there. Imagine it's mashed potatoes or whatever you eat. All right. Rice and gravy. Rice and gravy. Good afternoon, Ann. All right. So let's take a picture. All right. And again, this is how my channel started. I would just make these little cooking experiments, and then people would say, Maggie, did you make that? Yes, I made that. So when you see it on my page, now I just bring you guys in so you can see the whole process. Get up close on your food. Let's clean the plate. That's what my friend, the photographer, said. Some with the flash, some without the flash. And then, of course, we're going to taste it. Jurgen's giving me the thumbs up. Marina says, wow. Rossi says, beautiful. All right, let's do a quick little video. And then we're going to taste it. And we're going to dismiss. So yesterday we did the rice. Today we are doing the gravy. Oh, how do I get... I don't know what I did. All right, let's just go. All right, so today we made Cooking at Pam's Place recipe for the gravy with no flour or cornstarch. This has onions and Flavor Master and chicken bouillon and some garlic and salt and pepper. Enjoy. All right, y'all. So now we're gonna taste. So there's her gravy. I need to get mine a little bit smoother, but you know what? For a first attempt, let's try it. So imagine enjoying a savory meal. Hello, Sylvester, with no guilt. All right. So let's give this a try. Let's get in there with the rice and the gravy and the almonds. Oh, mama. Y'all, I want a little bit more pepper. Just that little bit of gravy, y'all. It just, you know how comfort food just takes you back. Oh my gosh, y'all. Oh my gosh. Gluten-free, mashed cauliflower, gravy. I mean, I'm so excited. Hold up. Oh my gosh. I got a date with a plate. Y'all see Miss Pam over here digging in. It is really that good. Who knew? Onions, sauteed, and chicken broth. Apparently, something about the onions has a natural gelatin in them that turns into a gravy on its own. So you don't need flour. Thank you, Riang. Good afternoon. This is so good, y'all. One more bite and then we're going to dismiss. I'm going to get into that pork loin and barbecue sauce and enjoy myself. Thank you all so much for being here with me. Hello, Lay. We'll do another stream later today, maybe 5 p.m., whatever time we can. I'll come up with something. Maybe we'll do the barbecue like wraps. But y'all, this is excellent. So we now have a sugar-free, dairy-free, gluten-free gravy substitute. And that's why I'm your substitute teacher. All right. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, Miss Pam, for this incredible recipe. The holidays are coming. Get creative with it, what you can do to maybe stay on your plan. Thank you for the likes and the hearts. I appreciate y'all so much. Sabrina, doesn't it look good? Yes, y'all. I'm telling you. I know y'all like the close-up. Maybe make it a little bit smoother if you like it, a little lighter if you like it. All right, we're going to go ahead and dismiss. What is that? This is hemp seed wild rice substitute with gravy. All right. I'm happy, y'all. Food. So greedy. All right, TikTok, let's go ahead and dismiss. Thank you so much. See you all tonight. Thank you so much, Instagram, for being here. Class is dismissed. See you all tonight. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Have a great day. I'll see you all later tonight. You're welcome, Marina. Bye, everyone.